Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. My name is Jade, and this is the Rant. And today we're going to be talking about selling out. What is it? Is it real? Does it matter? Do you care? Let's sell some merch. It's Ode. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is The Rant. Welcome aboard. I hope you're doing well. It is Monday morning here in Australia, 8 a.m, bright and early, and we're going to rant. It's the start of a brand new week. Lots of cool stuff coming up here on the channel. In fact, heaps of demo reviews this week. Heaps of app demos, I should say. Wow, I don't know what that was that crept into my throat, but I'm glad you didn't hear it. And I'm glad you don't have to taste it. Wow, nutritious. Hello, my friends in the chat. Let's move some units, is Gary Hubs. What's going on, Grandpa? Leelaverse, Gary Hubs, Chris Lane Sr., what's going on? Wishing Jenny Jolivet a speedy recovery because, yes, Jenny's not feeling well. It's either the inconvenience or the flu. Hope you're feeling well. Jenny, get better. Please, please get better soon. Look after yourself. Do all the things. You're a doctor. You know what to do. E. Urban, hello. Thomas Christ, g'day. What a great show. Hey, did anyone catch it yesterday? Brad Example? Smith, Falcon Blueser, Leela, Frank Terzo. Did I miss anyone? Hang on, I got early brain, folks, and folk punk. I did. I got morning brain. What a great show! If you didn't see, go back and watch it. It was very, very good. Very, very, very relaxing. Very cool. And Brad put all the links in the description. It was job well done. Hello, Brad. I know you're watching. Hello, Russ. I know you're watching. Hello, Kurt. I know you're watching because I just left Clubhouse. Barry Glenn, g'day. There's Audie, sell. Wow, I have a strange throat happening today. Auntie G, g'day. I hope you're doing well. Thomas, slinging links. If you want to support me, you can do the PayPal thing. I guarantee you it's not selling out. Patreon as well, that's not selling out either. Or you can become a War Warrior. That's not selling out either. What is selling out? We'll talk about it. Joe Glenn, Barry Glenn, Mateusz Brakowski. Hello. Chris says, we lose money on the sale, but we make it up with volume. Not the worst thing that's been in my throat. That is true. Very true. Oh, damn. If we had a different platform to talk, we would talk. Lily Pillies, Manny's in the house. David, Live to Fly channel's here as well. Hey, thank you all for joining me and hanging out. We're going to get to it soon. As I said, we've got a big week of stuff coming up here on the channel. Lots of demo reviews. Why am I calling them demo reviews? Lots of app demos. Yeah, lots of them. And it's good because start of the year is normally a bit dry. That's what she said. But the apps are coming out. They're coming out fast and furiously, and there's going to be a multitude of them this week. Also, really fun stuff happening this Thursday US UK time here on the channel for my interview. Let me see if I can bring up the right image here. Man, get it together. Where am I? Here it is. It's this one. Yes. We got Pole Vault coming on the show, and he's going to be talking junk and stuff. And doesn't he look like Brad Pitt right there? Look at that. Look at Pole Vault. He does get mistaken for Brad Pitt. And so it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to this interview. More so just, sometimes the interviews can get a little bit serious, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. So, because Pole Vault is a very serious man. He's very serious. He owes you money. Doesn't he owe all of us money? He owes all of us money. All right, I'm going to cut straight to it. Let's talk about selling out. 5 minutes in, you know what? I think I need a drink. Guys, if you Don't know. I've been really unwell the last week. I don't know what it is. It's not a cold. It's not a flu. It's not. I don't know what is going on. I had some blood tests a few weeks ago, and they come back really bad. And I don't know. Just I'm having a lot of bleeds and stuff lately. So if I'm low energy, I do apologise. I don't know what the deal is. We're gonna have to go and see a doctor again, see what's going on. But that's another thing. And starting to affect my voice. Or maybe it was because yesterday I sung a Faith No More show which totally shredded my throat. You can go watch it on the replay. I totally destroyed my throat. I think this week on the opening hour we're going to do something easy. Says me, who every week does something really hard. I think we're going to do some 80s or something. No, there's no stress. I got no stress at the moment. I'm good. I'm not stressed out. You know what? Look, I got fish, man. Fish, they de-stress me every day. You should see, speaking of, before we get into it, these fish, when I come over here to these fish, as soon as I come over, man, they all like surround, they all come over to my, look at them all come over to my hand. I've never seen anything like it. I come in the room, and they always just, as soon as I come in the room, I guess they know I'm feeding them. But as soon as I come in the room, they all come to the front of the tank as soon as I come in. Who knew? I thought fish were dumb. I thought they had no memories. Turns out fish have better memories than human beings. Because look who's incoming president. We obviously have very short memories, don't we? Food is a hell of a drug. Oh, I agree. Yes. All right, we're talking about selling out today. Controversial thing because it's an interesting topic because at some point we've all sold out. In my opinion, remember, this is my rant, my opinion. And it's interesting because coming from a metal, and now I'm going to talk about a couple of, there's different, I guess, genres throughout life, like politics and I guess acting and music. There's a whole lot of different things where sports, entertainment. So there's all that kind of stuff where film, television, where even comedians, even things like beer brewing. And there's a whole lot of things where people go, oh, you sold out. And coming from a metal, like I'm going to speak a lot about music, obviously, and I'm going to talk a lot about my experiences with selling out as well, because it's my rant, and I have feelings on this stuff. Now, see, the Black Album, I don't think it was a sellout. I still don't see. I think Fuel Load was more of a sellout than the Black Album. I thought it was. All right, let's just cut to the chase. Is it selling out, or is it just fucking we're all getting old? Is it just like the continuous stream of people getting old? Because when I was younger and playing in metal, the thing about metal was this constant fear dangled over your head of like, hey, you don't sell out or you're not fucking cool. And there was like this pressure as a musician to, I better not change. And that's really limiting, isn't it? Especially being creative, right? Because creativity evolves. We evolve. We learn. We grow. Well, we used to as a species. Not so much anymore. Now we just get homeschooled and we're all dullards, aren't we? Well, not all of us, but, selling out can be taken a whole bunch of different ways. People use it not the same as what the actual meaning of it is. And we're going to look at, let's do that now. Let's have a look at what the dictionary meaning of sellout is. Sellout. We'll do the dictionary meaning. Here we go. Sellout. An event for which all tickets are sold. There you go. So there's one thing. 2, a betrayal of one's principles or reasons of expedience. Sellout. So there's no, in those two meanings that are put, or maybe if we try selling out, Selling out, yes? Because there's no mention of monetary stuff there. There's values and all that kind of stuff. Sell out, we only get sell out. So selling out, what is meant by selling out or sold out in past tense is a common expression for the compromising of a person's integrity, morality, authenticity, and principles by foregoing the long-term benefits of a collective group in exchange for personal gain, such as money or power. See, my opinion on selling out is if you're a band or you're if you're an artist, you paint or anything like that, as soon as you sell something, a sticker, even somebody fucking buys a ticket to one of your shows, you've sold out. You have. You've made money from it. You've made money from your craft. That's been my take on it. And, well, it wasn't always that because, as I said, being in metal bands, there was this constant pressure of people going, fucking don't change or you're a sellout. And metal and even punk music, there's a lot of pressure put on each other in those kind of genres of music of don't change. You've got to stay the same. If you change, then you're pissing in the face of all the metalheads. And it's like, yeah, but people change, don't they? Like the things change. You can't stop the world from changing. It's constantly changing and evolving. Not all of this, but it is changing. And, you know, we were all kids once and we all used to sit there and listen to music and go, oh, man, when I get old, I'm never going to be that person who says, music's changed and these young kids today. But you have at least once, haven't you, since you've got old? At least once. Dan Anderson, hello to you. Have I missed anyone here? Chad Freeman? Listen, Chad, I just got your email about some kind of nonsense about peanut butter day on the 25th of January. No, fuck you. No, fuck you, all right? Listen, fuck you. How dare you fucking celebrate one of the most disgusting pieces of food on Australia Day? I won't be there, Chad. I'll be celebrating Australia Day. My country's far more important than a disgusting jar of gloop made of fucking mashed up peanuts. There we go. There's my say on. I don't think you all know how I feel about peanut butter now. Fuck peanut butter. I'm allergic to it. Hugh Caldwell, hello. How dare peanut butter be on the same day as Australia Day? Unbelievable. That's disgusting. Anyway, selling out. Yeah, when is Vegemite Day? Fuck. You know what? I'm going to make sure Vegemite Day is on the 4th of July. Going forward, I'm going to celebrate Vegemite Day on the 4th of July. Fuck you, Americans. There we go. Done deal. I think that's fair. So selling out, man, like, hey, look, as I was saying, we all kind of sat there as kids going, I'll never be an old person and go, I don't understand the music of today, it's sold out, or, you know, but we do. We all actually do. Because, is it because the music that is coming out these days sucks? Or is it just we're getting old? But it's the same with selling out. Like, for example, now, I will cover the multitude of things because morals and all that kind of stuff comes into, I think, more. I don't even want to say the word. We won't say that word yet because it's a foul, disgusting word. Okay, so for me, the biggest sellout for me when I was a kid was Metallica. And I'm sure if you're a metalhead, Metallica. Everyone goes, oh, Metallica. They're the ones who sold out. But did they really sell out? Like, at what point did they sell out? Of course, every band who makes some form of money has sold out. Like, you're now profiteering from your craft. That you've sold out. You're making money from it. So when I hear people say you've sold out, I just think, what? Am I not allowed to make money? What? How? Why is it weaponized? I don't get it. This is the thing that angers me so much now. As an older person, I hear people go, oh, they sold out. And it's like, but what, are you jealous? Is that what it is? Is it jealousy? Is that what it is? You're pissed off that they're making money now and you just want them all to yourself? I think it's more of a you thing. when people say that, when they get really upset about a band and go, oh, they sold out. I think that's a you thing. I think you've got snarky and got all upset that fucking you thought they were all for you, because there's a lot of people living on this planet under the umbrella of main character syndrome. If it doesn't suit them and their little fucking world, then it sucks. But I bought their music. I was the one who helped them make it big. Yeah, you and another fucking 20 million other people. Fuck, really, is it selling out? Or is it main character syndrome from people just wanting to be, I don't know, please don't forget me. I'm the one who put you there. And if you forget me, I'm going to bring you down and try and destroy your fucking career. Because anybody who's tried to think like that, it hasn't worked. Right? It hasn't worked. Metallica's still doing it. If anything, Metallica screwed Metallica, right? With their excessive drinking and all the endless problems that they've had away from making music. Personally, my opinion on Metallica, and I focus on Metallica because I'm a metalhead, and that was like the landmark for like selling out that everybody used, and it was like, and people have opinions, you know. I saw Gary mention the Black Album. People have different albums where they think that a band's dropped off and sold out. But did they? I don't know. And I've heard so many different reasons about Metallica selling out. Metallica's, you could say, arguably say Metallica sold out many, many years before that, when they were mass producing products like these tins. I remember that Metallica sold this box set. It was like this tin box, and I think it's on Justice for All, and it came with a flag and a T-shirt and a stubby holder, and I don't know, like some singles and a whole bunch, and it was selling for like $300 fucking dollars, and the shit in there was worth about $50. Is that selling out? Selling your fans up the river to buy a bunch of fucking junk that comes in a tin? Like, look at look at Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons released The Vault. You know? Gene Simmons released The Vault. Has anybody seen The Vault? Tell me if that's not a fucking sellout. Wonder if I can find it. The Vault. Let's see. The Vault. Here we go. I'll play a little video I made about Gene Simmons. So Gene Simmons released this thing called The Vault, and he did this whole advertising campaign for it. And man, this, in my opinion, is like selling out completely, selling your fans up the river for a bunch of shit that nobody wants. I don't want Gene Simmons to come to my house if I spend $4,000 to buy this Vault. Right? He's probably going to sexually assault my daughter. True. Anyway, that's Gene Simmons, isn't it? I mean, you know, who would want Gene Simmons to come around to your household if you've got young children? It's not very cool. So anyway, let me play this video. This is a compilation I put together of Gene Simmons as The Vault. And check it out. Let's play it.
I see what you mean, but I think we need a little bit more of a point. I see what you mean, but I think we need a little bit more of a point. Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons here in the studio working on something I've wanted to do my whole
Look at his
life.
hair.
My career-spanning solo recordings box set called The Vault. But I need your help.
I'm going to turn down the music because I claimed it's horrible music anyway. We could do this.
Be an executive producer on The Vault.
Look what it says on it. It's a prototype. It's not even a real vault. Like, if I'm going to buy it, don't I want a big vault?
What is The Vault?
Yeah, what is The Vault?
Well, it's 150 plus never before released songs I've written spanning 50 years, going all the the way back to when I was 14 years
Oh,
old.
God.
All the way to some of the songs that became Kiss classics. 10 CDs right here, all inside the vault.
It sounds fucking horrible, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely ghastly. Fucking 150 songs that never made the light of day. Why? Because they're shit. And that is selling out, folks, right there. That is releasing a bunch of garbage that nobody wants to see. And he was charging $5,000 for that. And if you spent the $5,000, he came to your house and, like, you know, with your young kids around and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm getting off the point, aren't I? Selling out. What exactly is it? What is selling out? Yeah, what is it? Is it making money? Is it morals? In music, I feel like it's just an excuse to shit on people that you feel slighted by. That's what I think the term has become. It's been weaponized by fans, and it has turned into, I don't know, it's snark. And as a species, we are heading more down that path, I think. When you watch YouTube videos, people really just love to bring people down and attack them and knock them off their pedestal. What do we call that here in Australia? We call this a thing called, here it is. I don't know if you guys call it this around the rest of the world. See, it's an Australian term. Tall poppy syndrome. Tall poppy syndrome, that's what we call it here in Australia, is a term which originated in Australia and New Zealand in the 1980s that refers to people with notable public success who excessively promote their own achievements and opinions. Intense scrutiny and criticism of such person is themed as cutting down the tall poppy. The phrase tall poppies originate from Livy's account. A tyrannical Roman king, Lucius Tarquinius, said, received him. So this is a long time thing, yeah? This is cutting down the tall poppy. This is cutting down people who have success. So it's spite. Is that what it is? Is it snark? Is it spite? Is that what it is? People are just so pissed off that they feel forgotten by the artists that they spent, I don't know, $30 on to buy their T-shirts and stuff, and feel like, I don't know, I spent $1,000 all up. I feel the right to command what you do with your music going forward. Sounds that way. And when I was a metalhead, that's what it started to feel like for me too, that it was like, hang on a minute, who are you? Who are you to tell me what my personal changes in musical taste and the way I make music should be? Just because you bought a fucking demo tape 4 years ago? I don't think so, bro. You know? It's interesting because it's different in things like, all right, I don't want to use this word, but we're going to have to use it. I hate using... politics. Politics. So it's rife in politics. It absolutely is rife in politics, selling out. There's no... The problem with politics these days, and I'm not going to get into, like, you know, who's right or wrong. They're all cunts. The problem is that most people, the majority of people who get into politics have their heart in the right place. And they want to do things that are positive and want to... That's a fact, right? The majority of people who get into it want to do good things. Unfortunately, the system is shit, and it's full of shit people, and it's full of people who have no morals, who are power hungry and seek the dollar. And it doesn't really matter what happened, what your morals are before you get into politics. If you have success and then the door opens for you to get into a larger space in politics, you have to play the game. And that's it, because the game's rigged. And we don't really have any control to stop it, do we? Or do we? Maybe we should all just go and riot at the Capitol. Because that worked really well. or did it? But I think selling out is more predominant in things like politics. Yeah? I mean, we live in a capitalist world, don't we? Like, the whole idea is, whether you agree with capitalism or not, the whole idea to survive is to make money, to be able to eat and live. And, you know, that's getting increasingly harder. So Is it really that bad for somebody to make money from something that they do? Where did we get to that? How did this happen? How did we get to that point where, like, we sit here and go, yeah, man, I love this band so much. I really want them to go far. I really want everybody to hear them. I'm going to share their music everywhere and tell everybody about them. And 2 years later, it's like, I fucking hate this band. They're touring everywhere and they're making money. It's like, so the thing is that you don't want them to eat and you don't want them to be able to house themselves and be able to continue making music because of your fucking insecurities. It's strange. Pete Johns says he's excited to offer the Pete Johns Vault. Wow. Unedited outtakes of raw footage of my videos from over 10 years, including that rare time I picked my nose. I'm looking forward to the outtakes of you cleaning out your headphone jack, your fucking USB, your lightning port. Can we get that, Pete? I'll pay for that. Hello, Heathen Granny, covered by CQ. People I may have missed. Ed B. Metal, g'day. G'day. Anyone else? I think I've got most of you. If I have missed you, I will catch you somewhere along. Tall poppy syndrome is very real in Australia. It is. Look, the thing here in Australia, if you make it at some point in Australia, this is exactly what happens in Australia. Let me tell you, as an Australian who's seen it happen many times, you have success here, right? You do really well, be it musician, actor, or whatever, and everybody goes, oh, wow, I really love that musician, actor, insert name here. I wish the rest of the world could see how good they are. Said actor or musician goes to America to try and make it big, and as soon as they leave the country, everybody goes, fucking asshole, left for America. What a fucking sellout. It's like, what? And then they spend all their time hating on them until they fail in America, because a lot of people who do try to make it from the UK and Australia go to America chasing these dreams. Hell, a lot of people in America go and do that. They move from their little town, go to Hollywood to try and make it big, and they fail, right? But in Australia, as soon as they go there and try and make it big, everyone's just rooting for them to fucking fail. And then when they come back, they're a joke. They're treated like shit. They're like, you couldn't make it in America. It's like, but you wanted them to fucking make it. You had pom-poms. You were rah, 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 go Russell Crowe, all that stuff. Even though Russell Crowe's not Australian, but we stole him and said that he is. Right? It's such a strange thing for people to act that way and throw people under the bus so quickly. I don't understand. Australians have a very big complex about, for example, so if you've ever come here, yeah, well, you can have Craig McLaughlin, Hugh Caldwell. You can have him. He's a sex offender. We have a really fucking strange complex here. If you've ever come here from the UK, mainly, I think more America, when you come here from America, you see it even with celebrities who come here. Like I saw Robbie Williams perform here on New Year's Eve in Sydney. He performed at the Harbour Bridge, big fireworks. Robbie Williams, who? I know. That guy was relevant like 20 years ago. Why the fuck is he headlining this thing? But all the interviews I saw with him, every person who interviewed him was like, so what do you think of Australia? Do you like Australia? What do you think of it? Do you like us? Please tell us you like us. Please tell us you like us. Fuck, who cares if Robbie Williams likes Australia? I hope he hates Australia. This is my country. Fuck off. But I don't know why Australians are like that. We so desperately want people to like us. We're like, please like us. Please like us. Please tell us the things that we're good at. Please, American overlord. I couldn't give a shit. Really, honestly, I look at America and go, oh, wow. Look at all the shit you're doing wrong. I don't give a fuck what you think about Australia. I take people for who they are, not where they come from. You know what? It's not about that. My country is my country. Yeah, it's just that's what it is, and you either like it or you don't. But yeah, we're very harsh on our own entertainers. We really are. We're terrible to them. And even when well, look at that. Look that break dancer. Yeah, wasn't she awesome? You should see. Like you guys don't understand what happened to that break dancer here. I mean, it is a bit more of a complex story. Most people outside of Australia would have no idea what went down with that break dancer who was in the Olympics. I don't even know her name. I don't care enough. But, you know, Ray Gun, yeah. But no, she didn't get over here, man. She's in court at the moment suing everybody, right? Because she came back to Australia and fuck, man, did we destroy her? Not me. I'm out of it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about her performance at the Olympics. Like, what I give a shit about is that she rorted the system. She saw an opening, this person, and she saw an opening to get a grant, and nobody else was doing that, and she got in there, got some government grant money, pushed her way in when somebody else should have been able to do it, and yeah, she's a serial grant collector. Anyway, she's here suing anybody who's said anything against her. She's very litigious because she came back here and people just we're not just laughing at like her terrible performance. Then everybody dug into her fucking life and they shredded her, and now she's suing everybody. So there's that. Who cares? It's just an Olympic event. It's just, rubbish. People get so bent out of shape over that stuff. What's Pete say? We give Americans shit too, being so patriotic and country-loving. We are the same, yes, but we're very insecure about it. That's so true, man. Americans, they're very patriotic. But, the thing is too, I've got to see, I never know where this show's going to go. Before I went to America, I thought it was going to be fucking really like it's portrayed out of America, like that you're all a bunch of flag-waving lunatics. I never experienced any of the bullshit that I get fed in my YouTube feed about America. All the nonsense, flat earth weirdos, all that stuff. Every experience I had in the 2 years I was in America was full of nice people. Everyone got along. I never saw any racism or hatred. Not once for 2 years. Maybe it's because I was in Minneapolis, but I did travel around a little bit. So, the things that we're fed aren't often always true. All right, now I've got completely off track, haven't I? Completely. Let's talk about sports because we were talking about the Olympics, but before that, it's time to run our ad. And every day on the show, we run an ad to pay the YouTube overlords because I'm a sellout. And it's better to do it all at once than you all get ads at random times. So let's run the ad. You can avoid the ad by becoming a YouTube Premium subscriber or by skipping the ad. Boom, the ad has been run. Oh, there it is. You may or may not have got an ad. While we're waiting, this is happening this week. Pole vault, junk and stuff. Come and hang out with us. It's going to be a fun interview. Sports. See, I think sports is a place where people can say you have sold out, but it depends on sports. I can only speak here in Australia, and I'm sure it's the same around the world. Sports players never used to make a lot of money. Now they're all multimillionaires, and they chase a ball around or, it's a bizarre thing that how much money they get paid for chasing a ball around and doing stuff like that. But in the old days, back in all my time, sports people never used to get paid a lot of money. It was more of a hobby kind of thing. Yeah? It was here in Australia, footballers, AFL footballers, in the off-season would play cricket. Football was only an offshoot to keep the cricketers fit during the off-season, during winter. So there's that. But now the two separate sports making multi-millions of money. And Now, sports players have sponsors and sell you shit constantly. They got logos all over them. Everybody's a walking advertisement. Is that selling out? I mean, even the WWE recently just signed over to Netflix. And in all the time I've been watching wrestling over the year, I know, take your shots. Wrestling's fake, whatever. I know, I'm not stupid. Right, that's why I watch it, because I'm so tired of what happens in the real world. I need fake shit to look at just to take me away from the nonsense in the real world. But WWE just signed a contract with Netflix, and for the first time ever in the whole 50 years I've been watching wrestling, there were advertising logos on the ring mat like UFC. I've never seen that in a WWE ring. It's always just a clean mat, normally with some blood every now and again. But now there's fucking Netflix adverts all over, and it's like, oh man, they really have sold out now. But have they? Because, I'm glad they've sold out, because now I get to watch it on Netflix in real time. I don't have to pirate the show or jump hoops to get to see it because nobody covers it here in Australia. So, yes, okay, I can put up with a sports logo on the ring if I get to watch it whenever I want now for the minimal price of, what is Netflix these days? $18 with some ads thrown in here and there, Patriotic is loving your country. Jingoistic is putting the idea of your country over any actual person or place or country. Sports became entertainment, and then the money rolled in. Up to the late 70s, football players in the US were selling insurance and cars in the off-season. Yes. All sports is entertainment now. The only difference is wrestling can't be bet on. No, you can bet on wrestling now. This is bonkers, man. When I saw that you can bet now on wrestling, it's like, how does that even work, man? Like, it's predetermined. All somebody has to do is see the running sheet and okay, sure. But no, there is betting now on WWE because they now have sponsors like all these online betting places. It's unbelievable. And nobody questions it. It's just like... It's scripted. How can you bet on something that's scripted? That's like betting on The Young and the Restless. We all know they're all a bunch of fucking weirdos who look into the distance after saying a line, after Susan found out that her brother's Richard and they all had sex together and they've got a hidden baby named Jonathan. I'm so off the point today. But I'm glad WWE sold out because I've seen lots of people in the last week since they went to Netflix going, oh, it's sold out. It's not as good. It's like, it's exactly the same fucking show. It's just on Netflix. Like, I don't get it. So, and look at wrestlers. Wrestlers used to make diddly squat. They used to travel around and make $100 a show. These days, wrestlers are multimillionaires as well too, and they pretend to punch each other. Hello, Sith, Vazquez. What is happening? Hey, wouldn't that be interesting? Betting on music. We could bet on if the next U2 album is going to be good, or if it will be put into our Apple Music without us wanting it. So there's sport, right? And sport is, I guess, definitely can have the ability to sell out. How dare I give out spoilers? Well, the thing is about, I'm going to get off wrestling. Let's get back to music. Well, film and television or comedy. Has anyone seen this thing? Let's talk about comedy for a second. There's this really big thing at the moment when anybody we're on Netflix again, when comedians get a show on Netflix, all of a sudden, they've sold out. It's like, hang on a minute. So you're telling me a comedian is not allowed to have a Netflix special. They just got to keep doing clubs and just doing the grind. They're not allowed to have a special because you see them making money. So again, it all comes down to spite. That's what I think. I think you can't change my mind on it. Too many years listening to people use the term sellout and go, they sold out. And it's just such a throwaway term now. Again, comedians selling out. Here's a comedian that I've heard people say have sold out. What's his name? Aussie guy. Oh, no. Fuck. I can't think of his name. Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries, right? So Jim Jeffries here in Australia, big comedian, known for like saying things that, I don't know, not politically correct, which I love. That's what comedy's about, man. Just be a cunt. Like, that's your platform. You're a jester. You can talk about this stuff. Like, just do it. Except when you're total... If you're doing comedy, we've done a show on this on the Rant. If with an axe to grind, then it shows, it cuts through. But if the joke is like satirical and it's still dark, that's okay. But Jim Jeffries was very, very dangerous, and he came to America and he did a special where he talked about gun control, and boy, did that rattle Americans' cages, because guns. Fun stuff, but it put him on the map and it made him massive because people are very conflicted about guns and they're very angry about them and they're all upset. But he tapped into that thing in America. Go over there, talk about hot button issues that get Americans pissed off, and his videos still get hundreds and thousands of views just on that gun control thing. But what happened was he got a special, he got his own show in America, and as soon as he sat down and started doing his show and started doing some of his more risque stuff, saying that, women, nature's punching bag, that's one of his jokes. And people got really upset, and it's like, but this is who he is. And they cancelled him because he was making money from doing the thing that he was always doing, never changed. Did he sell out? I don't know. Maybe he sold out. Who knows? Too many comedians getting whiny and being called out because they're punching down. Yes, comedians punch down. Look, I think to a degree you can punch in all directions. It's when you're continuously punching in one direction that's shit. Because that shows. I forget who said it with comedy. When you stop telling jokes for laughs and start telling jokes for applause, that's when it's done. All right? And Chappelle, Dave Chappelle is one of those comedians who's always hilarious, fucking very cutting, spoke a lot of home truths, and then he started telling jokes for applause. That's it. He just wanted people to go, yes, I agree. That's not comedy. That's I hate the word punching down. Ben Shapiro is a comedian, just unfortunately not very funny. James Corden, wow. Yeah, well, let's not talk about James Corden. He's not very funny, is he? And well hated for it. All right, we'll get back onto music before we fall completely down the toilet. Music. See, look at this. Even on Wikipedia, I come to Wikipedia and put in the term selling out. And look who's put in here as an example, yeah? Let's scroll down. In sports, politics, music, recording labels, advertising. Let's go down here. Music integrity. There's a whole section on Metallica. Oh man, doesn't that suck to be immortalized? And look what they say. So, but is the fallout really because Metallica sold out musically, or is it because of this? Yeah. Let's be honest. I think we all know it's the fallout from Napster and Lars Ulrich's thing. But did they really this ties into selling out as well too. Were Metallica wrong for getting upset about people stealing their music? Were they wrong? Or were they right? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Were they right or were they wrong for getting upset about it? If it was you, Would you be pissed off if all your music was just being completely stolen and traded around the world? Did they handle it the wrong way? So that's a completely different thing. Did they handle it the wrong way? Right? I don't think they're wrong. I think it was just really bad timing for Metallica because people were already perceiving their music as selling out. They'd gone and got Bob Rock involved. Their music had got lighter to a lot of metalheads. And because, as we discussed, metalheads have got an axe to grind because it's like, no, they're my band, not your band. And hey, let's not cut this out of here. As a metalhead growing up, you used to get your fucking head punched in for being a metalhead. You were fucking picked on for it. Oh, you fucking metalhead, stupid fucking metalhead. That's what I got when I was at school. You were fucking treated like shit for being a metalhead. Right? So can you blame metalheads when all of a sudden, 10 years later, that same motherfucker who used to punch you in the head at school comes up to you once school's done and they go, I've got a Slayer t-shirt on. And you're like, aren't you the cunt who used to punch me for listening to metal? Is that a sign that the music changed or that the people listening to it changed? Who knows? Is it a combination of both? Right? Who knows? When I was in school, the metalheads would fight each other. Yeah, but we weren't really fighting each other. You know what I mean? We're just play fighting. Because, see, we catch each other at gigs. I consider myself to be a sellout. I accept money for working at pretty dodgy companies back in the... Look, that's what I opened the start of the show. We've all sold out. Everyone's sold out at some stage. We've all sold our morals up the river for some kind of job or something that we've had to do. And it's not always like a terrible thing, like it's going to hurt people or anything like that. But at some stage, we've taken some kind of money to do something that we don't really want to do, And if you've ever sold a song on Bandcamp, you're a sellout. Just deal with it. You're a fucking sellout. And you're sitting back on an island right now with all that Bandcamp money, sipping pina coladas with pole vault. I don't blame Metallica for complaining about Napster at all. What I do get shitty about Metallica for, more than anything, is that snare on Saint Anger. That's it. That's my biggest problem. Nothing. That snare sound should never, ever be repeated ever again. Ever. The worst snare sound ever created. Terrible stuff. The snare sucks. It sucks. It's dog shit. I think too. No. You know what, Gary? I will take it a bit further. The songs are shit. Let's not. I watched a documentary on that making of that album the other day, and those songs were put together from 10, 15 years of old material on cassettes that they are going to use. Anyway, listen, don't tell me to sit down. You came to the game in 1997, buddy. Oh, the metalheads are going at it. You know what? I think it's more that what the one thing I don't like is so being a metalhead, right? I felt like I was never allowed to change. Like all my peers around me would say, "Oh, you can't change. We like what you're doing. Don't ever fucking change. Don't ever fucking change." And I'm glad I never listened to that. I'm so glad I never listened to that advice because as soon as I realized that, man, before I was into metal, I used to listen to like 80s pop music and Olivia Newton-John and so many different styles, disco and all this stuff as a kid growing up. Why would I take all of that stuff and put it over here and just be metal? You should listen to a whole bunch of different stuff. You should incorporate that. There's so much value in all genres of music, even Western. Even Western, if you're willing to go that far and listen to Western music. Because country's good as well. But So is it, for me, I've always tried to listen to so many different styles of music and never be boxed in. I got to a point where I don't want to be boxed into this one style that anybody can turn around to me and go, oh, but you used to do this. It's like, no, I've always done everything I can. And people should be more like that, so you can never get labelled as, fucking you changed. No, fucking you haven't changed. That's the problem. I think that's what we should say we should shame people going forward. So if anybody you see goes, fucking, I used to like them, but they changed. No, you changed. You changed. You became an asshole. That's how we should handle people who are like this. Put the onus back on them and make them, shame them publicly. Strang them up in a public square. Put a sign around their neck saying, this guy changed. Because you know what? We all change. And our musical tastes change too. And what we made on an album 4 years ago is not necessarily going to be the same thing that we make for... Man, so much changes in a week. You know? How can... it baffles me how people can sit there and go, oh... But that band changed. It's like, what? And you don't think in between 4 years of their life that something went down in their life that fucking changed? Think about your life. How much went down in your fucking life that changed in the last 4 years? And you think, what? Because they're a musician that nothing changes in their lives? They're like impervious to the life changes that you and me and everyone else experiences because they're a fucking musician? No, of course things change and people change and their goals change and their values change. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He's completely become a bootlicker. Well, he always was a bootlicker, but maybe he's less of a robot now. Or maybe he's just got a different haircut and he's still a robot. I don't know. Do I care? See you later, Sith. Listen, and with music too, people are so quick to judge and say, "Oh, that's different, so that's sold out." I don't like, and it's like, no, labeling it as a sellout just because you don't like it is no. Because how many albums have you listened to when you first heard them and went, "Oh, I don't know about that." Really? Faith No More, King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime. That album came out. Faith No More, one of my favourite bands, yeah? It comes out. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm not sure I like this album. For the first 4 or 5 weeks, I hated it. I couldn't listen to it. I didn't like it. And I kept trying to give it a go. Now it's one of my favourite albums. It's one of my favourite albums because, I don't know, it grew on me. But there's a lot of people out there who will listen to a new album and go, oh, it's different, it's changed too much. And and that becomes their yardstick, and then they just go, I'm not going to listen to it ever again. And that becomes their opinion going forward, and they don't give it a chance. People fucking change, man. And we all are constantly evolving. And hello, did I say hello to Brenda? I think I did. I can't remember. No, I just did now. See, I'm a doofus. That's the thing with certain metal sub-genre communities. And I love all kinds of metal, but sometimes it's too much about the rules and staying in certain lanes, which isn't very cool. Yes. Now, I say it all the time. I hate nu metal. Why? It's not really that I hate nu metal. I think it's just the bands that their music, who are the echelon of nu metal, I think stink. Right? That's just, and that's not even like, it's not the genre. See, I'm saying it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I'm holding my iPhone wrong. It's not the genre. I just think those bands stink. That's it. I don't want to see some whiny cunt sitting there going, rah, 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 but my feelings. That's me. I don't care about your feelings. I don't listen to metal to fucking see some whiny guy in eyeliner fucking crying about his feelings and then pretending to death growl. Piss off. Pete Johns has YML coming up in about 6 minutes' time. Are you enjoying these rants? I don't know why. Why are you here, 33 of you? This is just my chance to just talk nonsense for an hour once a week. If you are enjoying it, hit the like, do the stuff. It does help. I never really have a script or anything. Make metal great again. Dude, metal's, you know what? And that's a funny thing about metal too. There's a lot of metal bands, a lot of metalheads are stuck in the 80s and 90s. Because there's a lot of shit that's not that cool. And again, is that really that it's not that the music's not cool? It's just that some people are stuck in the 80s and 90s and can't let go, or don't go out and find enough. This is something I hear all the time from, I think this is a thing I think everybody hears when we get old. Music's not the same as when I was younger. The music today is shit. It has no fuck. That's bullshit. That is total bullshit. There's a music channel I watch where they talk about this all the time. So, and everybody in their comments is always like, yeah, music's nothing like it used to be, like fucking Bowie. And it's like, no, you're wrong. It's just you don't go out and search for music anymore. You've become fucking lazy. That's what it is. All right? That's it. And there's so many people too who sit there and go, fucking back in the days when things are on vinyl and I could go to a store and physically buy things. There's so much good music. There's so much good music from bands you'll never hear of, ever hear of. And they're right under your fucking nose. And, you know, for every band that people think have sold out, there's another 4,000 of them that just dropped an album 10 minutes ago that are just as good and probably have all the characteristics. Here's the other thing. We'll finish on this too. You know when someone goes, fucking Metallica sold out. I wish they were like the old Metallica. And then some band drops an album, some new band who sounds like old Metallica. Like, and they're awesome, you know? What do people say? No, I don't like them. They sound too much like old Metallica. You can't fucking win. Let's just all settle on it. People are a bunch of whiny bitches who are living in a world of main character syndrome, and they want everything to be about them. Me! It's all about me and my fucking thing. And that's what the problem is. It's not that people are selling out, man. It's just fucking people just making music how they feel it. You know, I find it hard to believe that unless it's in some pop world or manufactured music that's, you know, because we know there's manufactured music like Milli Vanilli and all that kind of stuff that's made to sell units. So let's not include that because that's dog shit. But I honestly can't see a band out there that's in a rehearsal studio writing songs going, hey, Derek, do you reckon we should just change our entire style of music and risk everything just so we could make it big? It just don't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. Because you can't even pick a song on an album that people are going to like love. How many bands like do it? They try and pick a song and think this is going to be the song that everybody loves. And it's never that song that everybody loves. It's always the one that gets put on there last and they go, oh, fuck, really? That's the song? That's the song I'm going to have to play for the rest of my life because everybody loves it? You can't control what people are going to fucking like. Anyway, I think you should sell out. I think more people who make money from being creative is a good thing. That's what it's all about. I wish every artist, painters, videographers, musicians, I wish all artists to make as much money as they can, because it's nice to get money for what you make, regardless on if people think you've sold out or if you change over a period of time. You do you, boo. And you know what? Most of the time, people will just like what you do if you are authentic. And you don't need to explain why your music changed over a 10-year period, because people will get to know who you are and who you are behind the music. So it's a natural progression and the people grow with you because that's what your music's always stood for. If you are who you are and you're authentic, then it's going to be okay. And people will continue to throw money at you. And you know what? The people who turn around and stop throwing money at you for what you make, fuck them. Who cares? Somebody else will always come along and replace them. So sell out, folks. Make money. But, you know, hold on to your morals and your values and all that kind of stuff, because that's important. And that's the stuff that makes you money overall. If you have strong morals and you still write the same stuff and your convictions and all that stuff, that's the more important stuff. Do all that. People will follow you. People will continue to give you money. People will support you no matter what your craft is. That's the most important thing. Yeah? If you can make a few bucks, good on you. On that note, I'm out of here. Yeah? Thanks for hanging out today. As usual, this has been The Rant. Pete Johns is about to start right now. Do what makes you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake, yeah? And let's... Oh, just love to you all. Thanks for letting me talk a load of shit once again. Bye!